It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
I feel like we just got to 40 and now we're flying by. Now we're in the 42s.
Now we're going to be at big 50. Oh my gosh.
50?
Halfway to 100.
Ooh. Like, that just seems so, I don't know why 100 seems so far away, but 50 seems so close.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like it took a long time to get to 50. So it won't take that long to get up to 100. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Time is made up. Like, every day something happens and I just like, this shit is made up. This shit is made up. It's not real.
It's all an illusion. Like, even if you look at like the kids around you, right? Not even just your kid or my kid. It's like, just look at everyone's kids. Like, my oldest nephew is in middle school. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I met Matt when he was 3 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
that's how Colin looks at Tanisha. It's like she's about to graduate college. It's like, wait, she was like 12 or 13 when I met him. Like, now she's about to graduate college. Like, time just like flies. Crazy. But you know who he also does that about? Celebrity kids. Like, he be acting like he know them kids. He like, oh my gosh, have you seen Little Future? I'm like,
but no, for real.
No.
I remember when they first got together and was pregnant. It's like, oh my gosh. And then he became a deadbeat. And then like we know the whole saga. I mean, there's stuff we don't know.
Yes.
But yes. Like,
but he just be like, he's so big. I be like, well, he's doing what children are supposed to do. They grow. I'm like, but you don't know him. Why would you just see him all the time?
But you know what else? I feel like some people show their kids so much, which is fine, to each their own.
Yeah.
But other celebrity kids you don't see as much. Like, I see Northwest damn near every day. Like,
yeah, so it's just like nothing about it. It's just like, oh my God, she's
but seeing
11
like
or
Future,
12.
Yeah, seeing Little Future, it's like, oh my God, look at you.
Yeah, I could see that, because even in like the Renaissance movie, when Rumi was there, I was like, wait,
like, who
in my mind, I was like, oh, she's a kid. Like, she's a person. She's a child. I thought like she was still a baby. Like, I forgot how old them kids actually are.
Yeah, like you literally just have this one image of them in your head because you don't see them often.
Yeah.
So yeah, and even with that, like, not to go off on a tangent about showing your kids, but you know, at one point I was doing Celine's weekly adventures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this girl, she is her mama's child. She loves creating content. She loves putting up the little tripod, talking about cheese. I was like, oh my God, I love this. But at the same time, I don't always like post her videos. Like, I have so many things of her to post and I just don't, because sometimes people be making me feel uncomfortable, not in a weird way, but just like, I don't like people clocking me, so don't clock my kid. Like, you know what I mean? It's even if it's a family member, right? And they're like, oh, you haven't posted Celine in a while. And I just be like, why do you care? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. They're like, we need to know what Celine is up to. Why you ain't post her weekly adventures?
But that's how people see like what's going on. It's like, oh, I feel, especially like family. Like, if it was just strangers, they'd be like,
some people are strangers, like people that I don't know directly. They just are like friends on social media, or like,
yeah, that's like, calm down, babe. You don't know us. But it was like family, it's especially because like your family is so spread out. So it's like, oh, if it's posted on Instagram or it inadvertently goes over to Facebook, it's like I can keep up and I feel like I'm not missing out on her life. Like, I see what she's doing every day. So it's like, it kind of helps people like feel connected to them.
Yeah. But also at the same time, it's also weird in real life when somebody tells you something that your kid does or that they saw your kid doing online, and like they're talking about it in a way like, okay, some of our family members, they just saw Celine for the first time in the month of October. But because Celine's so bubbly and like a people person, she walked right up to him. Hi, how are you? How are you? Like, you know, and they're just talking to her in like normal conversation. But there's like a part of me that's just like, yo, you don't know my kid. Like, why are you acting like you know my kid? You don't even know her. Yeah, but it's like they do know her because of online. But she's a content baby. Not in like a Ace family way, but it's just like, I literally just capture the random shit that she does or that she says, and I just montage it and then just post it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting because last year I attempted to do Vlogmas on TikToks, like short form, but posting every day is just a lot. But I'm going to try to do Vlogmas again this year. And obviously, a big chunk of my day to day life is my kid. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
The funniest thing happened the other day. And you know what? It's like these be the moments that actually need to be recorded so people could just see how insane our house is. But it be the times that I'm like, ding on it. I got my phone out at the end. But I'm like a live in the moment person. So I could be watching some shit and be like, I should record this. And then I'll pull my phone out at the tail end and miss everything.
Right. I'm like, well, where's the beginning?
Listen, because we were at our friend's house and they went to Morgan too. The way they was in there singing, "We Are the Bears," had the girl in there. I was just like, and she is just so happy. She is just like, "Oh, I love this," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, future bear.
That's what I was just like, because she said something. I forgot who said something to her, and she was like, "Daddy, you're a bear." And then they started singing the chant, and I'm like, yo, this shit needs to be a commercial. Like, Morgan, you want some promo? Here you go.
There you go.
Here you go. Because she was just like, oh, I love this. One year I want to, like, I be talking like I went to Morgan, like take her to homecoming. Like I just know like that kind of environment, she would be like, oh, what if this is my kind of party? She would be on the yard, like she run this school.
And guess what? In a couple years she will.
She needs to get some merch. Because her school all the time, like they'll do spirit weeks and they're like, oh,
like HBCU.
Yeah. So I'm like, she needs some kind of merch because she never has anything to wear on those days. And it's like, she don't really have like orange to be like, oh, well, at least I can put an orange shirt on you, or at least I can put a blue shirt, something. So she really needs like some like Morgan merch. So the next time we're in Maryland and we're like in the area, we got to go like to the bookstore and get her a little sweater, a little something.
Shoot, we might have to go online. They said the bookstore is expensive nowadays.
Girl, Colin got one little mug about it there.
I have all of my Morgan t-shirts that I ever got. Like, you know how you go to an event, you get a free t-shirt, or
I think I still have mine too.
I have every last Morgan t-shirt that I've ever had in my life. Like the MSU Girls Rock, Morgan Girls Rock. First of all, Black Girls Rock was just such a movement in like
such a thing.
I still wear that shirt. I still have my freshman homecoming t-shirt. It was long sleeves. We played FAMU, I think. I still got that t-shirt. I got everything. I still have shirts from freaking high school. My high school senior shirt, my cheerleading shirt, I still got that.
Baby, you are that person. Like, oh, I got my family reunion t-shirt that don't even say family reunion. That shit says Emily. Not even Emily. It says Am. Am reunion.
Absolutely.
That keeps them like, I have stuff. And it's funny, like I'll have like specific shirts that I like. Like I have this one t-shirt that I used to like to dry my hair with. Because I don't use towels on my hair. It is a Joe Budden podcast t-shirt that I got when we went to their live podcast here in Atlanta. Like, we didn't have a kid, I think, at that time, or maybe we had just had her. I don't know. But we didn't have it. I had that shirt for a long time. And it's like, because it was Atlanta themed, so it's kind of like the Outcast logo, and it has a little hat. You know, they used to wear that beanie all the time. It has a little hat on it. I don't know where the shirt went. Like, I am devastated. Like, when I tell you devastated,
oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like, sometimes you try to stuff too much stuff in a drawer and something falls behind it. I don't know if that's where it is, if it's at my mom's house. I don't know where my shirt is, but it's upsetting me and my homegirls, and I want my shirt back.
You got to find it.
Because, like certain shirts, like who wants a heavy ass Gildan t-shirt? Nobody wants that thick ass shirt. Yeah. That shit is boxy.
Cotton is rough and tough.
Baby, that that cotton gonna survive the apocalypse. That shit is so thick. Oh my God. Like, I don't like those shirts. So, when you get like a shirt, like a merch shirt, and it's a soft cotton, it's like, oh, this is a nice shirt. I
got
like
a nice
it.
little stretch, but not too
Yes.
much. Yeah.
Like, even though I spilled something red on the shirt, of course, but so I don't wear, I wasn't wearing it out anyway. I wear like lounge in the house. If I'm cleaning, like, oh, if I get bleach on it, I'm not tripping. But I'm like, I like this to wash my hair because it doesn't, like, my hair doesn't get caught on it. It just like dries it, doesn't snatch all the moisture out. It was a good shirt, and I lost it. But I'm a concert T-shirt connoisseur.
Junkie.
Like,
yes,
I can't help it. I can't help it. Like, I have to have it, and I was very upset because that was one of the better ones. Because there's some people, their merch ass, ass, and I have a problem with that because I'd be like, this shirt was $45, and that shit is ass.
Like, why should I pay $45 for this ass.com T-shirt?
Yeah, it's really bad, but that's my favorite shirt, and I have all of my concert shirts. I will never throw them away. If I can't fit it, I don't care. It's gonna stay in the drawer.
I'm trying to think, what other concert merch do I... Well, I still have my Bow Wow Price of Fame T-shirt. I used to wear to bed every night. I still have that T-shirt. His face is all crinkled up. You know how back in the day when it was like that, I don't know what material that, like, not iron on, but like the heavy duty iron on. But after you like wash it multiple times,
you wash it. Yeah, you wash it. You start getting boobs and the shit starts stretching. Yeah. You're like, oh, damn. Now I can see the white in between. You're like, oh, had this shit for a long time.
I still got that shirt. I still have my, oh my gosh, I went to this Wiz Khalifa concert in 2011.
Black and yellow era. That was the Rolling Papers era.
Yes, the Rolling Papers era. I still have that T-shirt. I still have that. I have all types of random.
What a time! Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go run some errands and listen to Rolling Papers, or when I mop the floor. That album and me choco, like, I love it.
Good times.
Yes, the random things we collect over the years. That is why I can't be a minimalist.
I have worse things than that. Like, for example, in middle school, so back in our era, in middle school, on the last day of school, you'd wear a T-shirt or a pair of pants or some type of article of clothing for people to sign. Well, I still have my jeans and T-shirt that I wore for people to sign all over my body in 8th grade, the last day of school. I still have that outfit. It's in a box.
8th grade. Now I can see high school. I'm like, okay, cool. High school, 8th grade.
That was a good year.
Okay. Well, if it meant something, if it meant something to you, I'm gonna let you.
Everything means something to me.
If it meant something to you, child, go ahead.
That was the last time I did that. In high school, we wasn't letting nobody sign up on our clothes.
No, because that's when then people got a little touchy feel. No.
Yeah. Somebody definitely wrote property of somebody on my ass cheek. I definitely remember that. And I took the pants off. I'm like, I don't remember somebody doing this. What the hell?
Hoodlums.
What a time.
These glasses are killing me. Oh my God. I can't wait. One, I don't like wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
So I feel weird. I feel weird with them on. Like, I want to take them off, but when I take them off, I can't see shit. So I have to put them back. Like, whew. That was like, yeah, I can't. I just can't wait for my LASIK appointment because I better be a good fucking candidate for LASIK. There's only one thing that I'm waiting for them to confirm because my eye doctor said the way that my prescription be changing, baby, I should have got LASIK a long time ago.
Damn.
But you have to make sure like your cornea is thick enough. And that's what I think when I go to my consultation that they have to do is like measure it, make sure it's good because there's different kinds of procedures that you can get. And depending on the state of your eyes, they'll tell you you're a good candidate or like, okay, here's the options that we can, give to you. So I'm hoping, as one of my checklist items I've been saying for years and years and years, I'm going to get LASIK. It's always like, oh, this year's going to be the year. This year's going to be the year. But God damn it, 2024 is the year. The last year I will be blind. Okay. The last
2024. It's almost over.
I'm getting it done this year. Like, as soon as they say, oh, ma'am, you're a great candidate for this.
Mhm.
Baby, what's the next appointment available? Sign me
Book
up.
it immediately.
Book it immediately. Now, you need a deposit? What you need? Because I need to go to 2 eyes, not 4, and I don't want to wear contacts anymore. I'm over it.
Yeah, I could never get with the contacts thing. I mean, I'm not even going to get into my tea because I barely wear the glasses I'm supposed to wear now. I just lived life a little bit in the blind. I'm not as blind as you, though.
Hell no, because you couldn't walk.
Mm-mm.
If you were as blind as me, like, I cannot. And I know people who have worse prescriptions than me.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, ooh.
My thing is mainly like I have astigmatism. So like the lights be fucking me up, especially at night.
Drive at night.
I don't know.
And
I was just used to it.
I mean, and I don't ride in the car with you at night because I drive. Because your ass can't see.
I can see enough. It just be lines.
Not enough for my comfort. You cannot see it. I will drive. Give me the keys.
Oh,
because absolutely not.
Listen, them lines be all over the place.
Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. So, everybody knows we be in these TikTok streets. Like,
oh yeah, I was just in the TikTok streets before we got on here.
Heavily in the TikTok streets. Like, I don't like having busy seasons at work because I'm like, y'all be interrupting my TikTok time. Like, I accidentally clicked on my watch hours, and I don't do that because I don't need that kind of negativity. It said only 26 minutes. I said, oh my God, I've abandoned my app. Like, I need to get back on here because my shit sometimes you've been on this bitch for 3 hours straight.
I don't even close the app. I don't close it. I need it.
No, I keep my shit open.
I keep it open.
It's in a very easy place on my phone screen. Like, click TikTok. Let's get to it. And even like sometimes I'll be on the phone with people. I'll be like, yeah, I gotta go because I want to watch TikTok and I don't want to talk anymore. So goodbye.
Sometimes you just gotta go. What you about to do? Man, I got so much to do.
Yeah, like I don't even feel like trying to make up an excuse. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to sit here and watch TikTok. I gotta go. Bye.
Like, I don't
and hang the fuck up.
Like sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'll call you back.
Yeah, it's like hang the fuck up. Like
I don't even ask people. I was like, all right,
I gotta go. Bye. Like I just get off my phone so I can do something else because now I'm tired of talking. Mm-hmm. But there's other times that we could talk forever.
Yeah.
Usually only when I'm doing something. If I'm sitting on the couch, my mind is like, I can't hear my TikTok because all I hear is you talking, interrupting me. Mm-hmm. So I have to get off the phone now.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go.
I'm more of a like you said, I'm doing something. Like I'm cleaning, I'm driving, I'm, and even sometimes with the driving, not too much because I be wanting to hear certain songs in the car sometimes. You know what I mean? So
yes, like everything is not for a phone conversation. Like,
yeah,
you interrupted me while I'm driving.
Yeah, like it really just
and I don't like it.
The vibe.
Yes.
But
yes.
So what you seen on the TikTok streets?
Okay, so newest conversation that I've seen on the TikTok streets is like, do you intervene with your kids dating? And what do I mean by intervene? Well, intervene really in any aspect. Do you intervene with like the people that they're dating? Like, would you tell Celine, absolutely not. You cannot date this person.
Okay. Here's the thing.
And if so, why? Like, why? Because I just want to hear somebody else's perspective.
I feel like yes, but I also am under the assumption that if my child is anything like me, she's gonna do what she wants regardless.
Irregardless.
So I'm going to give my opinion every time, whether it's asked or not, because I'm the mama. But I am not, depending on her age, I'll say, like, I am not gonna like forbid her to date somebody or be like, if you date this person, I'm cutting you off. That's the worst thing that you could do. But am I going to give my opinion? Absolutely. Now, I am a proponent of teenagers dating and, doing all those things like we've talked about. So I feel like in her earlier stages of dating, I am going to be a little bit like, okay, who is this? What type of family he come from? Mm-hmm. All those different types of things. And if it's a vibe I'm not feeling, or if I feel like he's not a respectable young man, if you walk into my house and you don't speak, It's just certain things like that I'll be like, I would teach my kids, like, okay, these are certain traits that you look out for in a young
Yeah.
man. And if he's not doing these things, like your daddy would have never did that. Your uncles would have never did that. Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, you have too many good men around you. Yeah, some of them, they might get on my nerves, but I genuinely feel like the men that would be or are going to be around my kids are decent men. Not decent, but they're good men. And even when we were younger, yeah, of course, like boys will be boys, whatever, but none of them were just blatantly like ain't shit and disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how to have manners and how to operate around someone's family. So I just feel like, look at the men around you. Why would you bring this home?
Yeah.
Why would you do
I
that?
think it's one of those things that is very like, I think it's like a very delicate thing because we know from being teenage girls, like when you like a knucklehead ass boy, you're gonna like him no matter what nobody is saying. It's like
That's mine.
like that's my man,
And I'm gonna stick beside him.
Stick beside him looking stupid. Like we know what that feels like. So it's like you never want to see your kid and be like, girl, let me help you. Yeah. But also it's like, you know that kids are going to do exactly what they want to do. I feel like you said, when they're younger and they're teenagers and they do start dating, like there's certain standards. No. If Harper dates anyone, I need to know their parents.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I need to know their parents. I need to know him. I don't want to know you just have some random boyfriend that I don't know. Your father don't know. I don't know their parents. Absolutely not. That's not going down in this African-American household. No, ma'am. Like, we can schedule a dinner. We can come to their house. We can go meet on mutual grounds. They could come here. I don't know, but I need to meet them people. I need to check them out because if their mama and their daddy raggedy, I know they raggedy, and we can't have that. Like certain things are just like, no. I feel like you want them to have their own freedom, but you also want to teach them how to date with guidelines. So that way, when they do get older and they go to college, that they already have had some kind of discernment. It's like, okay, like for me, for instance, like dating, I didn't really date as a teenager. Like my first like main boyfriend, I was like 18. So very unscrupulous human being, like had no business. No business.
We know.
What they mean?
Not a drop of business.
Not a lick of business. Not a lick of business. Not a lick of sense. Just doing whatever. Just raggedy. So it's just like I think about situations like that. It's like my parents told me, and I was so like dead set on bucking the system that I was just like signing myself up for a bunch of bullshit that I really didn't need to. If I had listened to them, like when he first came over for dinner, I could have saved myself a lot of fucking heartache if I had just listened, but I didn't. And I think part of it was because I was going through that like teenage stage of like feeling like I didn't have any kind of freedom to date or, you know, kind of do anything. So I feel like maybe those lessons you may learn if you're like dating a little bit, not even like say a little 16. Bit younger. Yeah. Like you kind of know what your parents expect and what they don't expect. And it's not such like a jarring thing when you're an adult. But
I like for me, so my parents never directly, now mind you, there of course were boys that I was talking to or in the talking or situationship phase. I obviously did not bring them home. But there was one guy in particular that I dated, and I brought him home like, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And my parents was just like, no, absolutely not. It's not going to last. They didn't tell me don't be with him. They was just like, it ain't going to last. And God, golly damn sure. We ain't even make it to a year, but it was just so intense. And like, that's a whole another topic for another day, but God, golly damn. That crashed and burned. Like
when they be right, they right. But I also think it's like that teenage mindset of trying so hard to just be right. No matter what, at any fucking cost, I'm going to do whatever.
Like, I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show y'all niggas that I'm right. You're wrong. It's just like, you don't know him like I do. A bunch of bullshit.
Well,
just
you know
dumb.
What? Also, I feel like I also knew it wasn't going to last just because of the type of it's like literally imagine dating like the worst version of yourself.
Ooh.
Exactly. And it's just like, okay, no, you're way too controlling. You like be a little too jealous and possessive. But it's like it was such I don't know why. I was just like, I'm gonna just go with this and see where it crashes and burns. I knew it was gonna crash and burn. But I just still wanted to do it. I did it for the plot. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you just have to do certain things just to say you had the experience. You get me?
Yeah, but not everything.
Not everything.
I feel like when it comes to date, I feel like especially when it comes to dating, I don't necessarily agree with that. Because if you're dating someone, this could now turn into a permanent situation.
Okay, well, yes.
It
never got that far. You know me, I operate within certain boundaries, and I know how to walk away. You know,
but I feel like for some people, it's like I feel like you can't necessarily just like let it go that far because I'm like we could end up with a very permanent situation out of this. So like
that's true.
We're gonna have to. I feel like it's very like it's some kind of common ground. Like I want her to be able to make her own decisions. Like one, I want you to look at like, okay, look at how you were raised.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that you have to date a person who necessarily comes from the exact same background as you, but when you're young and you kind of don't know a lot, you don't know really who you are as a person, it's very different to navigate and date someone who has a completely different lifestyle than you.
Yeah.
It's very like there's so many different factors that go into that. Like that kind of situation is reserved for older, like a little bit older.
Because even when you do get older, right? It's like even if someone comes from a different background than you, where is their mindset as far as where do they plan on going? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like if we both know we're family oriented and we care about marriage and this and the third, okay, proceed forward. But I don't understand the concept of being with somebody who doesn't believe in marriage or who doesn't value certain things that you value. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be settling. And to even backtrack on the whole family aspect, right? So not everyone's going to come from like a 2-family household or the same economic status and different things like that. However, I do think for me, when it came to like picking someone to bring home, because you knew the people you was going to bring home versus the niggas that you was just dealing with. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like I know my family. I know my father. I know my mother. Okay. Baby. There's certain stock. And I'm gonna use the word stock. Okay, because
that is a very their generation word. Like there's
you bring some good stock into this home. And it's like think about it like that. When you are dating someone very intently to the idea that you think you're gonna go the long run with this person, potentially have kids or be married, what stock are you bringing into this house? Because there are certain people who I know for a fact my family's not going to blend with them. Like they genes and what they got going on over there ain't going to
match. It don't fly.
Flipping and reversed over here. Like it ain't going to happen. And I just know that like certain things culturally just would never give. Like I would never even put anybody in that type of line of fire because one thing about my family, they're gonna light your ass up. So why even put you in this situation? Like what type of think about it like in the older days, right? Like when there was like arranged marriages, right? Like what would this human bring to your family? Like you get what I'm saying? Like if this person is integrated into your life and your family, what are they bringing with them? Number one, and what do they have to offer? Of course, vice versa as well, but we talking about us. So that's what I used to think about. Like, okay, what my parents gonna say? What kind of family he come from? Would our families even mesh at all? Like, what? Yeah, no, that one can't come home, but he fine.
Exactly. Like after the first one, after that shit went totally to hell, I was like, okay, we have to do things differently. And it wasn't a matter of like you still gonna date an A-shit person at some point in your life. You're gonna date a guy like you're gonna date a guy like this.
You or not.
Hello. It's just like, oh, this is just fun. It's casual. I have no intentions of inviting this person to meet anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But
Some of
we
you, I
could
don't
kick
even
it.
want y'all to
But
meet my friends. You can meet like one or two friends, but the whole group,
hello,
I
no,
don't even need to
no,
bring you around a group, baby.
no,
No,
no. Like,
no.
but yeah. So it's like you have those certain things, like But I feel like after the first one and that kind of going to hell, it made me care about that intention. So when it
Mm-hmm.
came to like when me and Colin were dating, when I tell you I was like nervous as fuck for him to meet my family, and I'm like, oh my God, because like it was one of those situations at that point, I kind of like learned what I like, what I didn't like. And
Mm-hmm.
it was one of those things like when we were dating, I was like, okay, if my family doesn't like him and they're like,
It's not gonna
nah,
work.
it's a no for me, dog, I was ready to walk away from the situation because
Mm-hmm.
I just know the kind of family that we have. Like, we're always together, we're doing something. And it's just like, if he couldn't come into the mix naturally and be like accepted, you just can't come. I can't deal with you. I really can't deal with you because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not be with my family. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you would have to go. So at that point, it was kind of, all right,
Mm-hmm.
this is, here we go. They like you or they don't. Luckily,
Yeah.
they liked him. I was like, oh, thank God, because he was gonna have to get up out of here if
Yeah.
it didn't work. And I feel like that's kind of just what I want for like our kids to do. It's just like, yes, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna bump your head, you're gonna make mistakes. I'm not gonna really intervene unless, as in like a hard, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's something that this is a danger to yourself. You just don't see
Yeah.
it. And I'm gonna have to step in with my age and my wisdom and just be like, I'm gonna protect my kid at all costs against
Mm-hmm.
anybody,
Mm-hmm.
even herself. I'm just gonna have to be the bad guy on that one and take
Yeah.
it. But I want her that over time, like as you're dating and you meet people, we're not gonna like everyone, but to
Mm-hmm.
just not be defensive about it, take what we're giving you and say, this is what the advice that we're giving. Use that, put that in your toolbox so that way you have discernment the next time. Or as you start to date more seriously, then it's like, okay, I know that these are the characteristics, these are the kind of things that my parents will accept.
Mm-hmm.
And I damn sure know what they're not going to accept. So put that in practice. Use discernment. If you're dating, if you meet a person and you're like, oh, I'm dating this person with the intent to marry them, or whoever it is, I'm dating for like a long-term relationship. Now I can put those things in my back pocket. Like, okay, is it this? Is it this? What kind of, how is their family? All of these
Mm-hmm.
different things. Like, keep these life lessons that we've given you along the dating journey into consideration when you're dating people, not only just to impress us, but for the kind of person you want for yourself.
Yeah. But I even think with that goes to like the approach you take once your child first, shows interest in dating
Yeah.
overall. Because if you out the back, like, coming crazy, they're never gonna be comfortable saying, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like this boy, or whoever they're dating, whatever the case may be. And yeah, like it's really about the approach from the jump, like from the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be important. And I even think that, like, I don't know, it's just still such a weird thing because I'm like, oh my God, our kids are going to date. Like,
Literally, like
but
I
at
was
the
just
same
thinking about
time, I
like,
feel like they also have each other, and then they have like us, like the opposite, side.
yeah,
So I feel like with me, my nieces and nephews, or even my godchildren, whoever, like, they know that, like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to tell my mom this, but I could probably tell my godmom or my auntie this, and like she may or may not snitch, but she's not going to be ugly about it. Like, we gonna have a
I am
conversation,
wholeheartedly like, oh, you could tell me, but I'm gonna tell your mama, right?
right? Like,
I'm gonna tell your mama every time. I am telling your mama every time because it's just like I would want somebody to tell me. Like
yeah.
it's the worst thing to be in the dark about your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because I would even
But it's
feel
all about
weird.
approach.
Yeah, and I think it's about like the approach. It's like you want everyone to be able to have a safe space. Like, yes, I want her to be able to pick up the phone and call you, and for you to relay the information to me because you know
Mm-hmm.
how to speak to me, being that we've been friends for so long. You know me on a different
Right.
level than our kids. Our kids know us as their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Not, oh, this is my friend. We ain't friends. We ain't at that. We have not crossed that threshold where we have skipped parent to friend. We are not friends.
Shoot, we just joked with Harper the other day talking about some. We barely know you. We only know
we
you.
barely
for 6
know
years.
you.
We don't know you like that, little girl.
Like that. Like you're new here. We don't know you.
you just got here,
fresh. You just got here. But yeah, it's like I want her to be able to be comfortable with other women because you need that support system, but also to know like, okay, you can deliver information to me. Like, okay, I got something to tell you.
This the tea.
You already this the tea. Okay, because it makes. I feel like in those situations it makes it easier because it takes that shock off. And it's like, okay, I have time to actually process this information before I talk to my kid. And now we can have a calm, rational conversation.
But I feel like as mothers of daughters, that's going to be the same type of conversation when it comes to their daddies, because obviously there are going to be things that like they are not going to want to tell those men about, but we're going to have to tell them, and we're going to have to tell them, shut your mouth. This is, you need to know this is what's going on, but I don't need you barging in my homegirl room. And then now I'm just like, you don't want to tell me nothing no more. Like, please.
Exactly. It's like whoever is in that
business.
Yes, whoever is in that position of like trusted information at that moment in time, because I feel like it will always be a different person. I would like for her to have a relationship, and I feel like she will because they're very close. I told my daddy, and I'm like, okay, like they had a conversation. Okay, great. You have a conversation with her. I want them to be able to have that. And I feel like as she gets older, I'm already kind of mentally preparing myself. Like once we hit that menstrual cycle stage, okay, the way that we parent, the way that he deals with her, we have to change. Because now she's different. These are all the things that are coming. We got to change. We got to change the approach. So I feel like in the years leading up, before we even be like, okay, you can date, you can talk to boys on the phone, we have to be on the same page. Because he can't be a hard ass, hell no. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we can do that. It's not going to work. Yeah. And kids know that dynamic. And they'll play that dynamic in their favor. Or they're going to start keeping secrets. It's like, oh, I don't want to do X, Y, Z. Like, I don't want my dad to be mad. I don't want my mom to be mad. Like, I really want to get away from that and just tell me. So then, and for her to trust that, okay,
we can operate accordingly.
We can shift things around. Everything's not going to always be like rainbows and flowers. Like some things you're going to do, I'm going to be mad as hell. And I'm going to let you know I'm mad as hell. But there's a different way to communicate that I'm mad. You know, so trying to just do like that, but also from like the father perspective in dating is just like, I want him to really give her the game. Like, you was a degenerate at one point. Tell her what these degenerates be thinking. Like, really, like, give her the game. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Just because who you are, the man you are now, and always
who you are to her.
And who you are to her. Sometimes you're gonna have to separate it. Be like, you know what? When I was in my young 20s, I was wilding. So I know when I see a little nigga who wilding, I see him. You don't see it, but I see it.
Like, I see right through you, little nigga. You
can if you want to. Listen.
Speaking of,
we're gonna be like in this house, we're gonna be like fucking bad boys. Like, excuse me,
Reggie?
at the door. Like, what's up, nigga? Like, who are you?
Like, you could come in. You could come in, but just know you coming in gonna come with some questions. Okay? Yeah. I got some questions I need answered. But speaking of wilding out, right? I personally feel like it's okay for people to date, you know, and do their thing in their younger years, right? But I also feel like our kids, they probably might follow in their parents' footsteps. We met our significant others very young. Because I even look at myself. Like, my mom, obviously, you know, both of our parents had, you know, their kids younger than expected. However, they also like settled down earlier, and that traces, you know what I'm saying? So for me, even looking at Matt's parents, like they were, well, you know, Matt's mom was a little bit younger, but they settled down at a earlier age than most people would say. People say like, oh, don't settle down till you're 30, whatever the case may be. Now, I just feel like some parents never take their kids' relationships seriously because they think like, oh, it's just a phase. Like, you ain't gonna be together that long, blah, blah, blah. If my kid comes to me at 18 or 19 or 20 years old and they're like, oh yeah, like this is the love of my life, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna shoot them down because I'm automatically gonna think, well, I met your daddy when I was 19. So
Hello?
and I don't know that I would sit here and be like, no, don't be in a serious relationship. You need to go and date other people. Now, I feel like if they didn't date prior to that, because like I said, I dated at a young age, like had, maybe not in the most serious of serious relationships, but at that age, you think everything is serious.
Everything is serious. I'm
So
marrying
it's like,
everybody.
yeah, like everything is like serious and important. Now, I done been through some serious situations at a young age that I probably shouldn't have been. However, so I feel like that's
Living you
different.
learn.
Yeah, like we're here now. But I also
Listen.
feel like that helped me because by the time I met Matt, it was like, okay, like who is this young upstanding citizen? Like, because everybody else not everybody, but a lot of the other ones that I've dealt with were degenerates. So going through degenerates, you kind of know, like, all right, I know what I'm gonna get with this person. Now here's somebody new. It's kind of like when girls go through that, like, I want to be with the knucklehead phase. So when you see a nice guy, it's like, okay, I might not really trust you all the way because how are all of them knuckleheads and you're a nice guy? Don't trust you, but I'm gonna rock with you to see where this goes. And well, it went well. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm never going to discourage my child, male or female, and say like, oh yeah, you should not be taking this person that serious because y'all are young. That is the pot calling the kettle black for sure. I hate that rhetoric.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like because I think people are naturally designed to find. Everybody wants some kind of a partnership, no matter what that is, what that looks like. Now, some people, it doesn't always become like a romantic interest. Some people are just like, oh, this is my best friend. Like, this is my partner. I have that. Like, it feels that like natural, that kind of like natural instinct. But when it comes to if you want to be with somebody, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should only date people for 6 months. Now, certain things like college, I honestly don't believe that you should take your high school boyfriend with you to college.
That
And
I agree with.
I don't agree with that because I feel like college is your opportunity to really grow from child into adult.
Yeah.
And you need those life lessons, and you can't get that when you're tied to another chapter in your life. It's like if that person is the person you're supposed to be with, y'all can keep in contact. Yeah, maybe y'all just shouldn't date.
But even that,
figure it out. And
if you are gonna date them, I just feel like in any young couple dating, you should never let that other person stop you from doing the things that you want to do in your youth or stop you from being you. Like, it should never be a situation where it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to go do this because I have a boyfriend and I don't have to feel like X, Y, and Z. No, like,
like if you
out here doing, no, you could go to that party, wear that outfit, do whatever it is that you're going to do. And I feel like that is why, like, even we worked with our significant others because they didn't stop us from being who we are. Like, no, you don't have to go to every party with me. Me and my homegirl, we're going to put on these outfits that we just picked up from the Forever 21.
Hello?
And we're going to get in that car and we're going to go down the road and we're going to have a good time. And when I
we're
come
going to have a motherfucking blast. Okay.
Like,
exactly.
You know like, don't ever stop or allow someone to stop you from doing the things in life that you want to do. And that's not even just in, young people dating. That's people in general. I just don't believe in that. Like, you're stunting your own growth and growth within your relationship because you're so confined to these like rules and regulations. You is not my daddy. You're not giving me no rules and regulations. I'm sorry. And that's why I said the worst version of me did not work because who are you?
Yeah. You definitely can't tell nobody what to do. But I feel like in my situation, I needed to definitely like grow. And the first person I dated, he was very like, mainly because he was ain't shit and he was out there fucking anything that moved. So it was kind of like, oh, you can't go outside because if you go outside, then you're going to see me outside. And then you're
I
not
can't
going
be
to.
outside doing what I'm doing outside if you outside
But
with
you
me.
outside. Exactly. So that was the
Okay.
kind of situation. And once I finally realized that,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, nigga, you can't tell me shit. Once I got out, I'm outside,
Yeah.
bitch. It's not going to be anything that you could do or say because I look at it like I know how I carry myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was never that girl that was just like, I'm going home with any random guy from this party. That just wasn't me. So even when it came to like dating people, it's just like, what you tripping for? Like I can go out to a party and I can dance. I can have a great fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's going to happen because I'm not even going out with those kinds of intentions.
Yeah, and it's also like at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's going to do what they want to do regardless. And if that's not what I want to do, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So
I
you
just
trying to confine me is not going to help
I just
either
feel like
way.
in those situations, it's like definitely like college is the area, or just even like young 18, 19, 20, 21, like that pocket of 4 years. I'll extend it like asterisk to 22 because some
Mm-hmm.
people, when they depend on their birthday, depends on when they start college. So let's say about 22. Like
Mm-hmm.
that big chunk of time, I feel like is so important. It's the important time that you're going to make a lot of fuck ups, but you're actually going to make a lot of good decisions. You're going to see how like your progression. Like I always think about, okay, where I was at 18 versus when I
Mm-hmm.
graduated college, like the difference in
Mm-hmm.
who I was as a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just like my standards was way higher. Like you wasn't running no bullshit past me because I dip up out of there. Like I
Mm-hmm.
learned all of those things being in college because college is the kind of environment. There's so many people. Whereas you may think that, oh, this relationship that I have, I'm in this little pond. Then
Mm-hmm.
when you get to college and realize, oh, bitch, I'm in the ocean. It's mad shit out here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what this is about. You should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, don't, like you said, don't hold yourself back. And if you realize that some shit is just not working, then let it go. You are literally young. You can let that shit go. If it was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be for you, it'll come back. And hopefully
Yeah.
when it comes back, everybody has grown. Everybody is mature. And then you could pick up where you left off in a different environment. But to just be like, oh, I'm just those girls, because we all know those girls that you never seen them outside nowhere
Yeah.
because they was just like cooped up with their man. And that's just like,
Not even
are you
cooped up with a man. Your man was at the function with us, and you was
hello?
cooped up.
That part. You was cooped up with yourself because you didn't want to cause an issue. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but as an adult or a person who actually went outside, you have the wherewithal to know, oh, this is controlling behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're out and I'm here.
How that work?
Why?
How
Okay.
does that
If
work?
it's just like you learn those things along the way. But if you don't ever step off the front porch and get some experience, you're going to be like, oh, he really loves me. He just wants me to be like pure and blah, blah, blah. All these things that is just fucking dumb.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, he's running the streets
And everybody knows it.
and everybody know. And you just like blind as a
Just
bat.
looking stupid. Oh, Lord. Jesus.
Now you fighting with bitches you don't know why.
That be the thing. I'm like, how y'all mad at me? Because y'all know information that I don't know. Like, why you mad at me? Y'all the
Because
ones
bitch,
committing the sins.
you should have
With
known.
him.
Get outside. So yeah, it's just like I feel like it's very I don't know. I feel like dating itself is always just like a very delicate situation, especially when it's like it comes to your kids. Now we're
Mm-hmm.
saying this with small children.
Right.
As
That's what
they
I'm
get
like.
as they get older, as their personalities develop, you'll be like, nah, this one is a little strong will. I'm gonna have to hold the grip real tight. The leash gonna have to be super tight because if I let them go, if I give them an inch, they're gonna take them out. This kid, no. And especially if you have multiple kids,
Mm-hmm.
you got to change your approach with every single child
Yeah.
because they all gonna be different.
Mm-hmm. Which is the crazy thing. I'm like, ugh.
Can we just copy paste? Like, can y'all just be the exact same so I can use the same set of instructions?
That might be a little boring, Add a little razzle dazzle to your life.
Razzle dazzle in the form of gray hair. Like,
I already got him.
I'm gonna be
I have so
fully
many.
gray.
I have so many
That one
games
I got,
over
I'm
here.
gonna be fully white. That my shit not even gonna be gray. That shit gonna be white. Because I just be like,
Can't
girl,
really see, but
she does so many things. Like she is like the perfect mixture. And I don't even know if like perfect is like a great thing at this point. Because some occasions I'd be like, why I oughta? Like you get on my damn
why I oughta?
like you get on my nerves. But then I'm like, sometimes I look at her and I'm like, yeah, that's me. Can I be mad? No, not really. When she do shit, I be like, yeah, that's your daddy. Can we be mad? Not really. We put these two gene pools together and this is what we got.
And here we are.
Oh, I be like, oh Jesus, what did we do? Sometimes I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that the people can figure it out. Happy Hunger Games, everyone, because that's what I feel like the shit gonna be giving. It's just gonna be giving a fucking Hunger Game.
You know,
I'm very interested to see like who they grow into. It's like in 3 years she will be 10 years old, and I'm like, how do we get here? Like how did we get here? So I can only imagine from like 10 to 13 or 13 to 16. And I'm like, oh. It's like from now until I think then it's like every 3 years it's gonna be okay. Now what? A jump scare every 3 years. Like when you start driving, now you got a car. Now I got to worry about you sneaking the people out. Like now I got to worry about so many other things. And what am I gonna do about that?
But even with that, I'm like, how are these kids going to sneak anywhere? Because iPhones got locations irregardless. So,
but you know, kids are stupid and they don't care about that shit. They don't. Sometimes, like you've been a dumbass kid. Like you'll be doing some shit.
Location. We didn't even have cameras at my house back in them days. So I was sneaking out easily.
Like no, but even that, even like sneaking out, it's like, do you realize how dangerous this is? Like nobody knows where you are, who you with. Like if some shit went down, baby, I could not find you. I don't know what you're wearing. I can't tell nobody any information about you.
You know who did know? My little brother, who was up all damn night playing video games and he had no business, and he watched me come in and out the front door. He knew. Because you're not supposed to be up and I'm not supposed to be outside.
So now we on the same team. So
talking about bringing
go to
back
bed.
some snacks. Like
but yeah, it's just like, oh my God, we did stupid shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
they have technology.
That's the
technology it's like the helpful part and also the scary part. Like, yeah, I can have a location on you, but this little device, it's just so much. It's so much good and bad right at your fingertip.
Even the AI, like I saw, not to make this dark since we're about to end, but I saw this video of this mother or this family basically talking about how their son unalived himself because he was talking to an emotionally intelligent chat box, like a ChatGPT box, and the person was just emotionally dumping on him. Not person, but the robot, whatever it was emotionally dumping on him, pushing him to commit unaliving himself.
What?
And he unalived himself. They said his behavior was changing so much. Like he went from being super athletic and being into sports to not wanting to watch sports, not wanting to play sports, quitting the basketball team, not wanting to be around his family, which teenagers wanting to be in their room all the time is normal. But when you're giving up your hobbies like sports and different things like that, that is a red flag enough. What do you mean you don't want to go on family vacation and we're on family vacation and you don't want to get in the pool? You just want to sit in your room with the door closed? No, like something,
Yeah, something is going on. But that just kind of shows you like twofold. One, that the tech is like, wow, it helps us do so much and it helps advance us and push us forward, that there's still so much that needs to be safeguarded, especially when it comes to kids. And it also shows you like how easily like manipulated kids are. Like they're so young, they're still in that frontal lobe has not fully developed. You can literally mold them any way that you like, whether good or bad. And it's it's not just, you don't have to just worry about other people. Now you got to worry about AI. Like what the hell? It's like, it's just so many different factors, and it's just like you want to protect your kids at all costs, but you also know that you got to let them live a little bit. But the shit that's on the other side of this front door, the world is scary out there.
Yeah. And I'm also interested to see, I don't know if you saw how Instagram has Instagram teens now.
I haven't seen that. You know, I don't update. But
yeah, there's Instagram teens, and basically, you know, these teenagers can now have an Instagram account that's monitored by has certain restrictions on it. I haven't read too much in it because I don't have a child who's getting Instagram yet. But like I said, my oldest nephew, he's in middle school now, so I'm almost sure he might be wanting to dabble into that. He finally has his own phone. His mom did not want him to have a phone until literally just a few months ago. And even that, all the time she's like, yeah, I'm going through his phone. Like, which is fine. I think you can go through your kid's phone.
Yeah. Like, give me the phone.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, no, I need to see, like, I'm sorry, certain things,
or even certain apps that he downloads, it has to go through the family plan. I need to approve whatever you're downloading. Like, I was trying to play him in pool, and he can't download the daggone game thing because he got some type of protection on his phone. I'm like, dang, I can't even whoop your ass in pool.
But I got that shit on Harper's iPad. I'm like, because you know, like, games will have like, oh, little ads. Click on this. Now it's absolutely not. Yeah. I need an alert to come to me to say yes or no. When she gets a phone, I need to regularly go through that phone. I need to see your social media, because although they're gonna be upset and feel like, oh, you're invading my privacy, I don't give a damn. Because
listen, my parents used to take my phone every night before during the school week. Okay, every night my phone would sit right there on their dresser from probably like 10:30 at night. So I got on that school bus in the morning. My phone was gone. Okay, so
yeah, like, I need the phone, I need the iPad, I need everything, because as like I said, it's so much good, but there's also a whole lot of bad shit out there, and kids just don't have the discernment to decipher one or the other. So I'm like,
and honestly,
in that aspect, nah.
The curiosity alone, because think about it, we was talking to random people online that we never knew, never met, never to this day. Twitter, AIM. I still don't know these people's name for real. I just know your AIM account name. Like, I don't.
Exactly. And it's like, granted, we weren't doing anything with those people, but even back then, it's like, you could have.
And there were some people who were sending pictures.
Yeah, it's like people. So exactly. You think it's a teenager? It's not. You done really brought us down a dark rabbit hole. You done really brought us down a dark fucking rabbit hole. I don't know how we got here. That one's on you, because usually I'll be the one digging us a hole.
How did I get there? Oh, because I told you about Instagram teens. That's why.
Yes. Yeah. No, you told me about the AI. Oh. And then that led to the Instagram. See, we forgot how we originally got there. It started with the AI.
Yeah, sorry.
And now to the sorry, people. That was just
sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, the kids dating, I feel like I can handle that. It really be the other grown ass adults that you want to intervene in their dating life and be like, are we well? Like, why are we still doing this right now at this big age?
Think about it like this. not even just dating, right? But like, let's say when our kids go to like homecoming or prom, like whoever their date is. Listen, my kid, we going to step. So I need your kid to come accordingly. I don't care.
Hello. Like, I need your mama and your daddy phone number, because here's what we're doing. We need to coordinate. You not coming looking all raggedy. Like, not with mine. No ma'am, no sir. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. We will not be doing that.
I even think about stuff like that. Like, yeah, please bring somebody decent in this house who mama gets the plot, because I cannot. These pictures, you know, they gonna last forever.
Yeah, especially with you. Like, you're gonna have that picture 45 years from now. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to do it. If we can't do it right, we won't do it at all.
Listen, if that you got to step to the side and not be in these pictures, well, guess what? It's gonna look like you went by yourself. I'm sorry.
You will not ruin my photo. I don't care. You will not fucking ruin it. Like, get out.
And everyone's gonna be on my side.
And they're like, well, He didn't look the part, so gotta get out of here.
Get it together.
But yeah, it's just like,
wait till we get down a rabbit hole of like them wanting to date people from like, oh my God, what if they want to date someone from a different race or cultural background or this or that?
you know, I feel like I will be okay with that because, you know, my brother's girlfriend is Chinese and we love Amanda.
Yeah, but I'm just
So
saying,
I feel like we kind of got introduced.
It could be very extreme cases of those things. Thank God Amanda's a normal human being.
Yes, she's a normal human being.
Could have been something else.
Yeah, so if it's just, and I feel like that goes back to the same thing. Like if I meet your parents and I'm like,
right,
it's giving Confederate flag in this house.
Right.
What?
I don't want to see no deer heads. Nothing.
Not even that, because people do hunt for like, I don't think that would even be Harper's tea.
You never know. Hopefully not.
I don't.
But...
hope maybe not. I don't know. You know, but it's like, okay, let's see. You know, that's the complete opposite of us. But I'll be open to it as long as it's like, y'all ain't racist. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, you have I have black friends. Don't say, if I hear that's come out somebody's mouth, we're done. Like, I'm taking my kid and we got to fucking go. You will not be the token black person up in here.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, I would be fine with that. I think it would be kind of like easier to deal with. Like, I think overarching, like family wise, because our family's going to be a mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, our family's already literally a mixed bag. So
yeah, so it's just like, you know, we'll see. But those are different things. Like, oh, how do I deal with this?
Yeah.
What do I say? How do I bring you into the fold? Like, am I giving you your first like Black Thanksgiving? Is it gonna be like that? Or like, how is that? Like, what kind of whatever are you?
Like what is your family dinners like?
Yes. Do y'all have seasonings?
Like, not even.
Let me see the pantry. I'm like, let me see the pantry.
What type of meat do you eat? Because even some Caribbeans, I'm like, what type of, you ate cow tongue?
What? Oh my God. No, ma'am.
You eat what?
Nah, I just need to see like
goat foot. Like,
but you know, I don't eat goat in general. So
I
don't like it. It's too gamey. I don't like it. Like lamb is where I cut it off.
I like goat in like stew form. I don't really like curry goat, but
I don't like none of it. No.
Yeah, that's a whole nother tangent. But yeah, so yeah. Good chat.
These kids. I could feel the grays percolating in my scalp.
Just the thought of it alone. Yeah.
Just like these be the thoughts that keep me up at night. These be the fucking thoughts. These be the thoughts in my brain. Wow, when I can't sleep. Yeah. Well, if the shit don't work out, I know where I'm gonna send them.
Who, me?
You already have enough, so what's one more?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Just take it. I'm like, girl, go to Cece's house, have a ball.
Yeah, bye. We gonna have a time.
Well, yes, 42, 42 Doug. That's us.
Not his little ass. Don't bring no little ass nigga like that up here. I'm sorry. Like, never mind. That'll take me off on a whole nother tangent. But don't be bringing no little ass person over here.
Oh my God. No. Do you see, speaking of little, I promise you we're going to wrap this up. Do you see, like, I don't know if you see it, but I always see like videos of like Deion Sanders and like his family. And the way that when they found out his daughter was pregnant, the way that they be talking about the baby's height is insane. Like, because Jacquees is so small and she's not. It's just like, he be like, oh yeah, he might have to play soccer.
When you come from an athletic family, they want to see what stock are you bringing in here? What is this stock?
Yes, like we breeding athletes in here.
Another athlete giving that. It's giving pianist.
It's something, but it ain't giving
athlete.
Maybe he's gonna have to learn to be like the agent. Maybe, maybe everybody can't be the doer. somebody gonna have to be the supporting cast. So maybe, just go into business school, honey, because play a sport good enough to go to school
get you
for free.
A good internship.
And just go be the business manager. That's
because you can't even lean on the Sanders last name because you won't have what's Jacquees' last name?
Child, I don't know.
You won't have that last name.
You're gonna have that to go with, and yeah. Child, but yeah, those things matter.
Yeah, and do.
Anyhow, I promise I'm gonna stop now because I would have way more jokes, and like I can keep the fucking jokes coming.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up, okay? Thank you guys for listening to another maybe controversial and a little chaos. Little mix of us. Let us know in the comments how y'all be feeling about y'all kids potentially dating, or you agree with our takes, don't agree with our takes. Let us know.
Right, what y'all think?
Like, this is a conversation that I really want other people's feedback because I just want to see where everybody heads at. And then some of y'all be like, this kind of person, X, won't be doing that. This one, nope, won't be.
Don't wait for my seed.
Hello. All right, we gotta go.
All right, bye.
Bye.